Hi, my name is Rayleigh, and I'm going to give you a quick rundown on IoT and what it is. So first, I want to start off by saying that IoT stands for the Internet of All Things. The Internet of All Things is a network of embedded software and technology that allows people to exchange data between systems and devices across the internet. So imagine like a string going from one device to another, and the IoT is what allows these things to connect, right? So a lot of people like to ask who uses IoT? Like, what is IoT? Like, can I use IoT? And the answer is yes. Everyone can use IoT because it's free. It's a free software that's available for everybody. It's on the internet. But a lot of big companies use IoT, like Apple, Tesla, and Ford. I'll talk about Ford in a second here. There's a couple locations that stood out to me more than others that use IoT. One of those is Detroit, Michigan. First, because I'm from Michigan. Detroit's like an hour away from me, and that's also where the Ford company is based. And I see a lot of Ford products being used and built, and I see a lot of daily applications. My next two places are both based in California. I have Mountain View, California, and Cupertino, California. Those are the bases of Google and Apple, respectively. I picked these two places because I use Google every day, and I use a lot of Apple products. I'm recording off my iPhone. I have a MacBook and AirPods. So these are companies that I'm really familiar with and that I'm comfortable talking about. So you might ask, why do they use IoT in these places? What do they use it for? So at Ford, IoT is being used to improve vehicle navigation systems and GPSs, track performances, and all of this basically is just to optimize their data, right? They want to know why things are happening, how they can fix things, how to get better. Now something that comes out of that is a lot of people that use Ford cars and Ford vehicles, they have privacy concerns because they don't want their data being collected. They don't want their data being tracked. So this is a really big concern with them. Another concern is about how limited the coverage is in less populated areas. So these are a couple things that people wonder about. But another good thing is being so tech savvy, they draw in more tech savvy customers, and this sets Ford apart from their rivals like Chevy, who may be lacking a little bit on the tech side. So they turn customers to their side and try to get like brand loyalty, basically. Excuse me. My next subject is going to be about the mass adoption of IoT and when do people come along and what are the barriers that are stopping IoT. So a couple of the barriers are things like reliable internet. A lot of people don't have access to reliable internet. There's security regulations for a lot of governments. We don't really have the framework to be compatible on a global scale yet, so it's just not really big enough yet, right? So once we get a couple of these things, once we get reasonably priced solutions and stuff like that, then we'll see IoT being used across the globe for everybody in a bigger and more common way. So IoT can help solve problems in nations like Cuba. Cuba is, I don't want to say an underdeveloped country, but they do have a lot of infrastructure problems. So Cuba has a lot of overpopulation, and that comes with medical problems. So IoT can help with connectivity, regional cooperation, government support, and these things will allow medics to be able to get firsthand and on-hand faster connectivity to people and allow everybody to be on the same page faster. So at the end of this, I like to do this thing, 2 truths and 1 lie. So one truth and 2 lies is what I'll do. So my first one will be Cuba uses IoT to gather information about agriculture. My second one will be IoT assists Cuba in developing obstacles. And my third one is IoT is already accessible in Cuba. So you guys let me know which one you think is which and reply in the comments.